Oh, hey y'all, my name is Litta Monea, and I'm here with Big Mama Slime.
The biggest.
We're gonna ask a couple questions, we're gonna get into it, but most of all, we really just gonna chop it up, be genuine with it. It ain't nothing. We don't forget that the camera even there.
We don't need it.
Okay, so for the first question, it is to rate your mental health. So from 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, where do you see yourself right now?
You don't even be honest.
Yeah. Girl, this is like vulnerability.
Okay,
like
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I can honestly say like the end of the last year coming into this year, I can honestly say my mental health was probably like a 3 or 4 because I just had so much going on. I didn't just take out the time to step back and check on myself.
Yeah.
But like now I can say that I'm at like a 6 or a 7. I'm not gonna say that I'm all the way like perfect because it's like so many influences around me all the time and so much going on. But like I can say that I'm like a good 7. I'm like a good 7.
That's not too low, not too high.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not gonna lie. I'm like a 7.
And I've been getting that answer a lot. Like whenever I ask people, like, I'm a 7, 8, 6, 7. And honestly, like some people might think that's not normal to be at a 7 because people think like you should have it all together. But a 7 is perfect.
Fucking impossible.
That's average. It's honestly a perfect number to say because life hopping so fast you don't have time to process it. So a 7 is.
I think I'm doing good. Now I do want to be a 10 though. Like I really just want to be able to wake up every day and be like, nothing bothers me.
But that's just a movie.
You know, but it's literally a fucking movie. Like that shit is not real. It's not.
Like so what's yours? It's not like this is my interview. Why you?
No, I was gonna ask, but I was saying you know, I'm about to let's chop it up for a minute, but so, you know.
Mine personally is high 5.
Okay.
But it's only a high 5 because like, no pun intended. But it's really only a high 5 because I really did like go through a lot at the end of 2023. So it's like me still trying to forgive myself, me still trying to forgive other people.
Yeah.
And just trying to like get my confidence back because, I know I was mentioning to you, like, I know I'm pretty and all, but it still be times where I'll be like, it's something like I need something better.
So I have learned is like today is always an influence. It's always somebody out there that's the same age as you, doing the same thing as you, whether it be hair, makeup, music, modeling, no matter what it is. It's gonna be somebody out there who's prospered further in it than you have, and you're gonna always be looking like, well, damn, I got this type of energy, I got this type of this, I got this type of that. Why am I not on that level or on that platform yet? You get what I'm saying? So with it being so many things to compare yourself to, that should have taken a hit at your self-esteem. It'll make you feel like you're not doing enough. That should have put you in a depression. How the fuck is this 16? Fucking 16. How is this little 7-year-old boy a millionaire off of YouTube for opening up toys?
Right.
Coming from a 40-year-old man or a 40-year-old woman. For real. Like, damn, I've been working all these years and this little nigga just...
Right.
You know, like, so it's just so much shit that it just really have you looking at yourself in the mirror as if you're not enough. Your timing is your timing. Your journey is your journey.
And I just started learning that too. Like, I want to just do mental health stuff. And it's because I work in it. Like, I work at a psych ward. So I see it all the time. I see that, like, they not being heard enough. I know, like, it's people that you wouldn't think been in a mental hospital. And we around them all the time. They have music videos. They at the club. And honestly, if you don't work in the mental hospital, you don't know a baseline versus when they fake it. And a baseline can be them actually just sitting there and spaced out like, I want to kill you. That's their baseline. And it's just like, it's crazy because we don't know. And it actually hit me yesterday because I was on my way to work. And I went to the gas station to go get me some snacks because I do 12 hours. So I was like, let me go get some snacks. One of my patients got discharged and she was at the gas station with me. And it's just like, I know how she is if she off that medication. You don't know how she is. And that's how life is. Like, you don't know who you talking to. I didn't see one of my patients at Club Blue.
See, mental health is a really... Oh my God! Club Blue is wild. Mental health is a really big deal to me because when I was 15, my brother got laced. Smoking weed, just... us being kids, trying shit, you know what I'm saying? We weren't together when it happened. He had his whole, I'm about to leave the house. I want to be a grown man. I'm tired of listening to rules. He ended up moving in with his homeboy. And his weed got laced. This happened when I was turning 15. He was turning 16. We about to be. He got a year to 30. We just gonna say that because I'm 21 until I was 25.
Okay.
But but he has schizoaffective disorder from it now.
Uh-huh.
So he's been in and out of the hospital for these last 10, 15 years, damn near. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people will see him when you see him at first. And he big. Like just Like we done had to fight him. We done had to put him in a hospital. He done hospitalized other people. He done hospitalized me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we really went through a lot. And for I want to say probably like the first year that it happened, I was kind of embarrassed by it a little bit because it's like I never had to deal with nothing like this.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm a kid too. I'm still trying to figure out myself. Like, and I'm not gonna say I turn my back on him, but it's like after you beat my ass so many times, after you don't put your hands on mine so many times, like I was in a mental state to where it's like I didn't really know how to control it. You get what I'm saying? Like I didn't know my feelings. I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I didn't know if I was angry, if I was sad, then I'm already going through shit as a kid in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like for a while, I did not know how to handle it. But now it's like I really see a lot of people. Like, you know how when we was kids, we used to be like, oh, look at him. He in the middle of the street talking to himself.
Yeah. And then
my brother do that shit sometimes. So it's like now when I be like, damn, like maybe they might actually have a mental disorder. They might not just be off drugs or off, you know what I'm saying? Or needing a hit or nothing. Like they really might have a mental disorder for real. And the whole time we just keep cracking jokes because they want to do the fucking Michael Jackson in the middle of the street.
Okay, yeah.
Like, but that's really, you know what I'm saying? That's
the
real.
reality now. But I met a woman that was schizo.
Yep. That's what my brother has. He has schizoaffective disorder, which means he's schizophrenic and he bipolar. So if he sees something or hears something, it triggers his bipolar disorder. So now he either about to be mad or angry or he's gonna want to destroy shit or he's gonna leave. Like my brother done left home and been gone for months. Came back, feet blistered, bruised, bleeding, having a lip strike because I wanted to walk. Like I do love that you're doing this because as Black people, we don't check on our mental health like that. We'd be ashamed a little bit to talk about the people in our family that has autism or that has schizo or that has bipolar. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't just open up and talk about that. And I feel like it should be a normal, regular thing because mentally you don't have to just be diagnosed with something. Like you really can go through. That's why a lot of people, little kids getting bullied at school. They don't got to pay a bill. They don't have a stress in their life except for what this other little kid is doing to them. Now they thinking about committing suicide. Right. So mental health in the Black community to me is a big ass deal. And I applaud you for doing this.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you. But that still goes to show, like, even the woman in Target, like I wouldn't know that she had schizo if she didn't bring it up to me. All I'm doing is sniffing the candle. She like, you vlogging? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay. And she asked like, what you vlogging about? And I was telling her, like, I'm just showing my journal around to different customers without getting in trouble, you know, because people in Target, they be on your ass. So,
Target. You know, they a little
so she like,
Target.
I'm like, yeah, I'm promoting my journals, And she's like, well, I'm a mental patient. And at first I didn't know how to take it, but I work it. So I'm just like, oh, okay, so how long, you know, have you been in and out? And she just, you know, we having a regular conversation and I'll like, okay. So then she just like, it just hit me because it's like, you know, I don't hear that shit. Like, I don't hear the voices, and she do. She hear voices, and she see stuff. And she was like, it's nerve-wracking. Like, she knows it's nerve-wracking. She knows it's overpowering, it's overbearing. And she just was like, can I buy a journal right now? And I'm like, yeah.
That's how my brother be. He be like, my hair hurt. He like, my head hurt. These motherfuckers keep talking to me. They've been talking to me for years. I don't know what the fuck they want. Like, that shit is very true.
It's real.
That shit is real.
People don't see it a lot. And with me being in the psych field and me working at the psychiatric hospital for 3 years now, it's like, I know how to deal with it. Like, if I see somebody going through, I could deal with it. And it's not like, okay, you got to sit there and validate what they're hearing. Because you don't have to sit there and be like, well, yeah, Johnny right there. You got to tell them they're not there.
Yeah, you got to be
now
real.
You feed them into it. And it's just like, people laugh at that. And it's just like, it's not funny. Because if I was to hear all that stuff all day, I would definitely go insane.
Yeah.
But I like being there because I like being with the patients. I like sitting there and doing karaoke with them. I like sitting there and playing spades with them.
Yeah.
A patient that tried to hang herself the other day, she taught me how to play spades. And I'm just like, we sat here and played spades, and that's what you was thinking about? Like, it blows
the whole time.
My mind.
Like, you sit here laughing, smiling at me, and really in your mind,
that's
this
what
is what it's telling you to do.
I missed work one day, and I come back, and that's what you, like, you know, it just blows my mind.
I done been through that with my brother. That shit is real.
You start to realize people with these disorders and people with these diseases are normal people that's just struggling, and they need the help. It's a whole different perspective. It's a whole different perspective when it comes down to it, because one, you learn to be grateful that you're not in that situation. You learn to be patient, because any other time I get irritated super quick when it comes to anything. Like, I'm just like, okay, you don't know patience. Okay. But when it comes down to that, it's just like, you have to be mindful. Yeah. And kindness is free. Like, you don't have to just sit there and be mean and laugh at somebody all day. Yeah. Like, it's definitely free just to be like, you know what, you look cute today. Like, and
or
a lot
just
of people
fucking smile at somebody.
Yeah.
Smile at somebody. I have never understood how much me smiling and speaking to somebody could just change their whole entire day. Yeah. It'll take a person that's having a horrible day, and now everything is just changed for them, because it's like, damn, I'm sitting here acting like a bitch. This bitch done came and made me smile. Now I feel a little good. I got butterflies. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. That should be for real. It's serious.
Now to the first question. So I believe in shadow work. I don't know if you do, but shadow work is just how you just get in tune with yourself. And it's definitely how a first step of journaling. If you don't know how, you can always search up a shadow prompt and it will just tell you what to do. So my first one for you is like, what areas do you tend to self-neglect?
You're going to put me on spot. Okay, so let me tell you, right? I used to think that going to get my nails done, getting my hair done, getting a pedicure, I felt like I was pampering myself, right? But that's more like a physical pampering. So a lot of times when I would be upset, when I was hurting, when I was anything, I'd be like, I'm about to go get a pedicure. I'm about to go get a massage. I'm about to go, you know what I'm saying? And in a sense, yes, that is self-care, y'all. That's not self-neglect. But I would push everything that I was actually in real life dealing with to the side. So I wasn't really handling it. So I can say, like, honestly, I don't listen to my emotions a lot. And I think that's like my main point of self-neglect. Like, I don't listen to my emotions a lot. I don't listen to myself a lot. Like, I've been doing better at it now. But like, when you dealing with somebody, or like when you in a relationship, when you got kids, when you got other people that's just around you that depend on you for so much shit, it's like you kind of tend to forget that, like, this is not making me happy. I'm just doing it to make you happy. Right. So I can honestly say, when it comes to my emotions and when it comes to like me actually doing the shit that make me genuinely happy, you know, I'm neglecting myself.
You neglect it.
I'm neglecting myself. Like, and I don't like you, Litta. Oh my God, I can't stand it. But I probably needed this self-realization too, because I haven't talked about it. So like, maybe I did need this. Is my eyes water?
I don't see nothing. In a minute, maybe.
Talk to me, my eyes.
It's water now. It's water now. When you asked, it wasn't. It's different when you gotta talk about yourself.
Nobody just never asked me, like, let's check on your mental health.
You start to feel guilty when you say no. And I'm starting to learn now, like, I'm only 22. I'm starting to learn now, like, I can say no and not feel guilty.
I'm happy you learning it now, because I learned it later than that. As you should.
Hell no. Heavy on the hell no.
Okay, heavy on the hell no. I always overcompensate myself. Spread myself thin. I'm always there for everybody more than I'm there for myself. I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, what you just said actually goes straight into the second question. Like, it goes right into it. It's perfect.
That's crazy, because I don't even know it.
Right? What do you currently struggle with when it comes to putting yourself first?
I always just kind of put myself on the sideline. My mom is an overgiver like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it kind of like stems back further than me.
Yeah.
Just simply because how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Make me think about everybody else. Like I have to make sure everybody else is okay before me. But when I be putting everybody before that,
it's not gonna get nowhere.
I can't get to that. Right. Because I care so much about how you feel. I don't want to make you feel disrespected. I want to make sure that if my mom watch it, it's respectable and it's not too much for her eyes, which my mom really don't give a fuck. My mom like, it's the entertainment industry. Daughter, do what you gotta do. Like, but no, like just in general, like I be caring about how my dad is gonna view things or how he views me. Cause it's like, my dad already think I'm the black sheep on his side of the family. So I got the weight of that on my shoulders. Like everybody, cause I was a bad kid, don't get me wrong. But like, I don't think nobody knew, like, once I hit a certain age, I was only a bad kid because when I used to get in trouble, my real dad was locked up till I was 14.
Okay.
So like once high school came, oh, I'm getting in trouble. He trying to come up, show up, play disciplinarian. So like after a while, I'm like, oh, I got a cheer competition. He don't come. But if I beat this bitch up, he gonna come because he want to discipline me. That was my mind, like that was my thought process. So I started getting in trouble in school because I know he gonna show up if I get in trouble. He don't understand how that affected me because I've never even spoke to him about it. Like still right now to today, still don't got a good relationship. Like it's okay, it's cordial. You know what I'm saying? I can speak to you, I can whatever, but that shit is very much true. So like even with him, like he worked for the city, so okay, I can't post certain shit because if I post something, I don't want to get back to my dad's job. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just be so much. Like, it's just so much that it's like just childhood trauma and step up with your mental health too.
Yeah, and that don't leave at all. I mean, you steady think about it. You study how to process it because it builds who you are as an adult, and that's the fucked up part. If you can't have that conversation with your parent, you're gonna continue living it. Because then it spirals into your relationships, and it spirals into your kids.
How you raise your kids, that shit is really true.
You would think you doing something outside of your parents how they treat you, but you're doing exactly what they're doing,
just in a different way. And you're not realizing it.
And it's just like once you realize that's when it comes.
And you want to know what you just made me realize? Like it just kind of clicked in my head. I try to keep myself busy, and I try to work so much. I can't stand you. I try to keep myself busy and I work so much to provide. I'm done with this.
No.
You don't gotta cut nothing. But I see my dad in me. If that makes sense. Like, right now, my excuse for working so much is because I want to provide a certain lifestyle for my kids. I don't want them to ever have to want for anything, ask for anything, go to anybody else. Like, I got you. And right now, me and my dad still not close because that's his excuse for everything. That's crazy.
Until your parents take accountability.
I never realized that. I just don't think I ever
and you
compare the two. Like, I know that I work a lot. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it really is because I don't want my daughters to ever feel like they gotta depend on anybody for anything. And that stems back to a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you making me realize some shit with these questions.
People start to realize the biggest issue is it stems from how you grow up. It don't come from when something happens. It don't come from when you get pregnant. It comes from how you saw your life and how you grew up and how that comes together because it's all a cycle of life. And that sounds cliche, but it's really a cycle of what you see. So my next question for you is,
well, you made me cry twice, Litta.
My bad.
I'm like, it's okay.
No, you still fine. So, what are your emotional triggers? Like example, just so you know, you have it. My triggers can be a song. Because my ex-boyfriend died before I started college. If I hear anything P&B rock, my ass is in a bad mood. Cope with that trigger. How do you get yourself back to big mama slime?
Ooh. I know one of my triggers for sure. I'm not gonna say that it's no music or nothing like that. because I mean, like, I have songs that I've made, you know what I'm saying, that trigger me back to the feeling that I felt when I made the songs, type shit. But like, the way people talk to me, it's kind of like, I don't like when people talk at me and not to me type of thing, because I dealt with that for a lot of years. I'm not gonna say that I have abandonment issues, but like, I went to college in Florida. I lived here. My mom lived here. Went to college in Florida, and like, I was real lonely down there. Like, when I say, like, I met hella people from Detroit. I met all these people, but I kept finding myself on the phone with my mom, like, every hour, every couple hours. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because, like, growing up, she worked a lot. Growing up, my stepdad worked a lot. Growing up, my biological dad not there at all. So it's like, we kind of like at home raising ourselves and raising our younger siblings. So like, the whole abandonment shit, like, when people leave me by myself, it's kind of like a trigger. I don't know. Like, I don't think I ever really just sat back and thought about my triggers. Got me thinking about them when I'm drinking. Even though I'm older now, I hate when guys like try to touch on me. I got raped when I was 9. So like, when a guy is like
Can
all
I ask
over
you
me.
a question though? Because you said you was 9. Was it family or was it?
It was my mom brother, her baby brother. But he older than me. After it happened, I tried to call her a bunch of times, but she like, shit, I'm kid free for how I be feeling now. I'm kid free for the weekend. I'm not worried about no kids. You with your grandma, you good. You know what I'm saying? So you think. But I got raped when I was 9. So when I'm drinking, or a lot of times I don't even have to be drinking. Some people energy, or just especially like when I'm drinking, is like a bigger, like, it's like really when it's like, I be like, don't touch me. Like, it's like, I'm real life, like, nigga, I'm gonna bust you in your shit if you try me. Like, it get like that. Like, I don't trust nobody when I'm drinking. Sober minded is cool, but like even with my kid's dad, like, for a lot of years he'll try to, shit, we grown as fuck, he'll try to have sex and shit like that when I was drunk, and like, I like manhandle him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I get mad, or like, I'll get really on defense. And it's because of my past, you know what I'm saying, of what I've been through. So it's like, that's also a trigger. Like, when guys try to touch on me, fondle me, shit like that, I don't like that. If I'm not on that page with you, even if I'm sober, like, if I'm not giving you that same energy, don't overdo it. Because now it's like, in my mind, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just don't do that. Like, just don't do that. And then everybody be thinking I'm crazy and stuff, but it's just like, no.
It's a boundary.
It's like, it's a boundary. Like, if I'm drinking, don't try to have sex with me. If I'm drinking, don't try to grab my titties. Don't try to touch my ass. Like, the more you know me, you should know this. You get what I'm saying? And when people don't know you, they won't know that that's what triggered me. But like, bro, I done pulled my pistol on a nigga for grabbing my titties in a bar. Like, literally stood on the hood of this man's car. Like, what you touch me for? Like, tripping. But I was also drinking. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, when you drinking, all your emotions come to the forefront. So that shit, I never been back to that bar. We just gonna say that. I got older, it's like, it don't have shit to do with you. It don't have nothing to do with me. Everything that happened to me was on account of somebody else's thought process, or whatever the fuck they felt like they needed to do, or what got them off, or you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a kid, like, and I was a kid. I grew up in the country. Like, I'm from Detroit, but like, I grew up in the country. I grew up in Belleville, riding horses and dirt bikes and four-wheelers.
I'm from Belleville.
So like, you see, I went to Belleville High School. I went to airport. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. And I went to South Middle School. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I grew up country as fuck. I didn't never have to deal with little boys being on my ass. I lost my virginity late. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit happened later on, like when I was getting ready to graduate high school. That is a trigger for me. That's definitely a trigger. Please don't touch me. Don't try to kiss me. Don't try to grope me, especially if we are not on that accord. That definitely bring back flashbacks. You're liable to either get shot, shanked, or your shit blew out. Like,
right. I really do appreciate you for bringing that up and talking about it, because a lot of people, they cannot talk about it, and it don't matter how long they have dealt with it. It don't matter like at what age it happened. It still fucks with them. I commend you for bringing that up. You know, you didn't have to. You could have kept that, and it's just like, for somebody to be that vulnerable, that open to you, it's just like, you need to get it out at some point. Yeah. And it's not nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to judge nobody for, because even though somebody probably never been through that, nobody knows how that feels. It's like, you saying that, I think about my little cousins. I think about my little sisters, or you feel me, people I care about, and I don't want that to happen. So I know how somebody should react to it. But when you go through something like that and you feel like you didn't get that about from your family or something like that, it fucks with you. Yeah. So I appreciate you bringing that up. I appreciate you being that vulnerable and, you know, just being able to just know your emotions about it.
I'm kind of at this point in my life where it's like, I done been through so much shit with family, friends, co-workers, associates, almost friends. Never was my friends, but was faking like my friends. Like, heavy on that. I done been through so much shit with so many people that it's like, I'm kind of at the point where it's like, now I just want to be an open book. If I can help somebody in some way with whatever I done been through that I can relate to, because although I can relate to a lot of people, our stories might not be the same. They may be similar, we can relate, but it's never going to be the same with every single person. The little girls out here that just need guidance. There's so many little boys out here that need guidance because they don't have it at home. Like, it's just so much shit going on in the world that it breaks my heart. And I have 2 daughters. So I be thinking about that shit all the time. Just little kids playing outside, random drive-bys. Like, it be so much.
And I feel like Detroit alone, or any, not downriver Detroit, I'm gonna say that downriver in Detroit, because even in cities you don't think nothing happening, it's still happening. And it's just like
I moved to this particular neighborhood because nobody said my grandma would get carjacked. My grandma, like, people think because you can move your kid to a safe neighborhood, you can move your family, your wife, your husband to a safe neighborhood, and they think nothing is gonna happen. That's not fucking true.
And I speak to that only because I know my ex-boyfriend now when I was 18. He was 17. But he moved from the east side.
You was going to be a cougar.
Birthday was coming up. Don't worry about that. It's like, I was just like sitting, because when he died, I would stay at his house. You know, I would be in his room because, you know, like, I'm depressed. No, I'm be in his room. I'm later. But it was like, I was talking to his mom, and he was just like, yeah, I thought everything, like, with our life would be okay because we moved to Taylor. You know, I got him in good schools and da-da-da. You did that. He still got around the wrong crowd. It's nothing to blame a parent about. It's nothing at all. And I was just sitting there, I'm just like, you didn't put yourself in a bad crowd or nothing, but you just don't know with people. And you died in Taylor. You didn't die on the east side. He didn't die in Detroit.
You didn't die in Detroit, like nowhere near Detroit.
You died in Taylor, where you thought you would be okay.
Where you can go 5 miles over the speed limit and they give you a ticket. I forgot your name off of
that. Trigger is valid, you know. And I feel like every time I do something like this, a video like this with anybody, I feel like I might not be cool with you, like, on an everyday basis, talking to you, calling you every day, but it's just like anytime you meet somebody to talk to, it's just like, I know that, like, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to check on you. This is not just a video for my business.
For a minute, I didn't know that, like, you were just so big into mental health. Girl, you would have been my therapist, like, so long ago. Like,
that just goes back into me saying, like, it's an identity crisis. Like, me going into clubs,
you were
like,
modeling,
Gabby,
you were doing everything
shit
else.
Like that. It's like, I want to fit in with people. I want to be a model because everybody else is one. They getting all this brand deals and stuff, and it's just. But when I got to this age to where I get carded, I could buy drinks and shit, and, you know, I could do everything that she was doing. It's just like,
where's the
this
hype?
Shit is hard.
Where did the hype go? I say, like, I care more about my peace than anything.
Yeah.
My energy is so good. Anybody that meet me is like, oh my God, I love you.
Yeah, because the first time I met you,
even when we first met, fun as fuck. Like, I get along with everybody. I'm not judging nobody. I don't care what you do on your personal day-to-day. You could be a crackhead. You could be an alcoholic. If you bringing good vibes to me and you're not disrespecting me, I don't care what the fuck you do in your personal time.
Right. I was having this conversation the other day, and it was just like, I'm a very good-hearted person, and I do right by people. You know, even in like friendships, relationships, and I get done worse. I get done so bad. I get dealt in, and then I sit there and I question myself, like, what the fuck did I do? And it don't even be nothing with me. It be them. Like everything with them internally, they bring it out externally to you. Because they know they can do that to you. They know your heart enough to know that you will sit there and you'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take on everything that you got going on because I'm your friend. You know, sometimes people will hurt you. You know that saying, hurt people. So it's like sometimes people will do shit to you just because it's like, I want you to feel what I'm feeling right now in this moment because I'm mad or I'm sad or I'm whatever. Yeah, that's selfish as fuck. I'm not that type of person. If I get mad at the fucking world, I'm not going to take it out on everybody. You going to know that I got an attitude. But I'm not about to belittle you or talk to you as if you're the scum of the fucking earth. You get what I'm saying? And that's how it would be. Like, it was real just one-sided. Tissues right here. Because I just never know.
I just never know. Today.
My next question to you is, if you can go back and forgive anyone, who would it be?
Honestly, the only person I would go back and forgive is my real dad. Like, I would go back and forgive him because he was a good dad. Every baby picture I got, I'm up under him. So I know, like, I can tell our relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I know that, like, he said that he didn't want to be a part of what was going on that caused him to get incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like we all make decisions. And maybe in that moment, he felt like he was making a decision that was going to maybe put him a step higher, give him more money, whatever, to take care of us. His, you know, my mom, my brother. But honestly, my dad's the only person that got like a good grace from me right now. Like, can't nobody else get no apology. Can't nobody else explain nothing to me. No, none of that. Because one thing I believe firmly in, like, it's going to always be a thief somewhere. It's going to always be a liar. It's going to always be a something somewhere, right? But I judge people based on the reasoning that they do things. Let's just say, if Doug go rob a motherfucking bank or a store because he just wants the money, that's one thing, right? But if Paul go rob a grocery store because he need food and diapers for his kids and he don't got the money to pay for them, that's how we gotta get it. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One is selfish, one is not. One is one is making ends meet the way he know how or the best way that he can, in a sense. This nigga just want the money because he just wants some money, shit, I'm greedy, da-da-da-da. So it's like, it would just be my dad.
So my last question, because I know it's been a little roller coaster. It's been a roller coaster for sure. Do you journal? I know you write songs, you do music, but do you journal outside of songwriting?
So I'm not gonna say that I be like, dear diary.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that I have a Moesha moment where I be like, dear diary, today was just such a detrimental day. Like, I'm not gonna say that I journal like that. I do journal in the sense of with my music. Like, that is a form of me journaling. I don't like write out my feelings per se, but I do like have an app on my phone and it'll like check in with me every day. Like, okay, what was the highlight of your day? Or what made you feel sad today? Type shit like that. Like, I do little stuff like that. But I don't have like no burn book at home that I can just write all my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I created one though, and I said that like I wanted to put like everything, but I'm not gonna say that it's a journal though, because it's more so like all my plans and goals. It's not really like me getting out how I feel per se. But I have been trying to get into it more. I have been, because I've realized, like, when I write stuff out on my phone, like, even if it's my regular to-do list for the day, if I screenshot it from my notes or from my messages or wherever it's at, and I set it as my background, I'll be knocking that shit out. Right. But if I don't do it, it's like out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? But I have been journaling more than I ever have before. I'm not going to say, like, I'm a journalist. You know what I'm saying? But I do journal probably, like, maybe twice out the week.
That being said, I asked you if you journal because I am the author of a journal, and it's a mental journal. It's been the one right here the whole time. And I'm going to give you a background before I tell you, like, look through or whatever. But it's yellow. A lot of people see me and they see yellow hearts, they see yellow emojis, whatever. But it's because when I was going to college, I went to college right after high school. I had a full ride, I had everything paid for. This was my #1 school, like, you know, repping it still.
Period.
But it's just like, you know, I didn't congratulate myself because my boyfriend died a month before. He died in July, on July 6th. His birthday was July 12th. I went to school August. And that's why I was like, we was only 17, so I was 18. We would have been 18 at the same time.
So we would have been 18. Like, we would have been 18 at the same time.
But no. It's the fact that somebody robbed me from my relationship. You know? Yeah. So he died, and I went to school, and it was just like I didn't congratulate myself no more. I didn't, because I was there with the idea of being a victim of losing somebody I truly loved. That was my best friend. That was the only person that I hung out with all the time. Whenever I text him, like, can we go here? Yeah. Can we do this? Yeah. Same time I'm the one with the car, so of course we can.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, you know, but we're young, so it's like, okay. My first 2 months, terrible. 3rd month came around, I went to the dean office to drop out. I thank this man every day because he ripped that paper up. He was like, you're not dropping out.
You're not dropping out.
You're not. And I was just like, at that moment, I felt like he was taking over. Like,
talk about he ain't on me.
I can't drop out. Like, I don't. It's a
you have a degree in something though that is always gonna be needed. It's like you are in a field to where it's no reason why you would ever have to really be looking for a job, or why you would ever feel the need to where you're not wanted. You know what I'm saying? It's people that pay for private therapists, private psychiatrists, private, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that. Me, I'm happy that I know this because I was looking for somebody for my brother. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit is just, you're in a field where somebody is always gonna need a therapist. Somebody is always gonna need somebody to kind of talk them off that ledge sometimes. Like, mental health is really big, and that's why I'm gonna keep applauding you, because this is something that we fucking need right now, especially in our age range, especially with the way the world is today, especially with so many influences, especially with, it's just so much shit in the world. Like, people don't, it all starts from your mind.
And the one, my journal, you can go to it now. This is why I make my journal now. And, you know, it's just like, since I work in the hospital, I know that you cannot have strings, you can't have staples, you can't have nothing that you would self-harm with. So I made it a soft cover. I made it yellow because my ex-boyfriend color was yellow. Like, our context was yellow hearts. That's why you see it everywhere. Yellow is his favorite color. When I used to sell lashes and lip gloss, it was called Camera Ready with a K because his name was Cam. His real name was Cameron, but his nickname was Cam with a K, so I made my this is Camera Ready with a K. So I was like, you know, I can't do lashes and lip gloss forever because that's not what I like to do. So
I love that, like, you can journal, and then it's like you got your planner in here, you got your how you feeling, you got your shit to tell you how you can take care. Hold on, real quick impromptu motherfucking commercial. Listen, this just made me motherfucking smile. Okay, not only because it's coming from somebody that I know, but simply because you are a black woman, a young black woman at that, and you taking mental health so serious. The shit inside this book, y'all, it asks you questions It had you plan your day. It give you quotes. It give you everything that's fucking uplifting. Literally. I love it. I already told you I was getting ready to buy mine. But like, no, this, y'all, I'm not gonna hold you up. Don't sleep. Note to self, okay? Note to self. Don't motherfucking sleep on yourself. Start journaling. What is y'all talking about? Like, I just want to put it back right there, all cute and stuff, okay? Shit is real. And all of that entails your mental health. Mm-hmm. Like, we not doing this again, y'all. Y'all don't want to see me trying to come with tears. You just need to let that shit out, because sometimes it just don't come out on a regular. Mm-hmm. But no, like, yeah. You opened up my eyes to a lot of shit today when it comes to this mental health shit, because I don't really just check on myself. Mm-hmm. I check on everybody else. But I don't really just check on myself. And like right now, like during this whole little interview, like you really made me realize how like my emotions and the way that I react to things is connected to multiple people, and how they react to things, how they do things, and how they make me feel about things. Like I never really until today.
And thought about it.
Like I never really sat and thought about how everybody around me affects my mental health, because it's my mental health. Should nobody be able to fuck it up, right? Because it's mine, but they really can. Mm-hmm.
They can.
Like the people around you really play a huge part in your mental health. And I'm so used to just, I can meet you today and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you in the club next week. Same vibe that I met you with. And we're still not friends. We're still, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're still not close. Like, I have a good way of dealing with people. But, you mean, my eyes is open. My eyes is open. Here we are. It's like,
I want to thank you for coming on this, on my little platform I'm trying to build.
Your big platform.
I am very appreciative because, like, any other time I really wouldn't have nobody else I feel like would come and do it with me because of the conversation. It's probably controversial.
Bitches not be wanting to cry.
That's people don't want to be.
I think this is my first whole little podcast interview. Everything. You're the first bitch to get me to cry. I ain't never cried on no podcast. But no, it's not even. No, like it's real genuine. Like it's very much genuine. Like you really had me like happy. Like even after you asked me questions and I was crying, I was like still asking myself questions in my head. Like, did this bitch just brought off some other shit that I ain't know about, you know? For sure. My mind